What's up guys, and welcome back once again to Dowsec Reviews. Been away for a while, not done a video for a long time, family life and everything like that. But today I'm back with a new cooler from Thermalright, so I'm really excited about this. Thank you to Thermalright for sending this over. Really excited. Thermalright do some amazing stuff. I've done lots of their stuff in the past and it's always been absolutely fantastic, especially when you consider the price points of these things as well. So today we're checking out the Wonder Vision from Thermalright. It's the 360 UB ARGB Black Edition. This is obviously, with it, the name Vision, it's got a screen built into it, a really nice screen as well, which you'll see in a minute. And yeah, it should hopefully rival some of the really expensive ones out there. And just looking at the box, looks absolutely amazing. So what we're going to do is get this unboxed, show you what it's all about, and then we'll get it plugged in and we'll get some testing done and we'll see how it performs. Right, so this is the Wonder Vision 360 UB ARGB in black, and as you can tell from this here, it's got a nice big screen on it as well, which obviously we'll look at in a second to see what it looks like. So it's an all-in-one liquid cooler, say 360 to 360 millimeter radiator on this, and hopefully it's going to look absolutely amazing and perform just as well, which is generally what I've found with Thermalright stuff in the past. So from the front of the box, Thermalright Control Center, so I assume that's the software it's going to use, and then we've got Intel Ultra 200 and AMD Ryzen 9000 series, so it's ready straight away for the brand new CPUs, not brand new, but the newest CPUs that are out there. So let's have a quick look over the box. Features: customizable 6.67 inch curve OLED display. So that sounds absolutely amazing. Big screen as well, that is. System info display and monitoring. Performance pump on radiator design. Thermalright TRCC support. I'm not sure what that means, to be honest with you. Naked eye 3D experience. I assume that's basically the screen can give you some sort of 3D effect as well. So other than that, we'll have a quick look over this. You might not be able to see this from there, but tells you a bit about the water block. We don't really need to know that. The pump speed is 6400 RPM. It's a 4-pin PWM. Display, like I say, 6.67 inch, and it's got a resolution of 2400 by 1080. So absolutely massive resolution for such a small screen as well. And then in terms of compatibility, we've got AM5 and AM4. And Intel, we've got 1850, 1700, 1150 series, 1200 and 2011, and 2066. Radiator is 360, tells you the dimensions, 403 by 120 by 27, so that's really, don't really need to know much more about that. And then we've got the fan specifications. So from what reading this, I believe it's a all-in-one 3-fan system, so not separate fans, are all in one go. So it says 360 by 120 by 25. Speed is up to 2150 RPM, and the airflow is 69 CFM. Static pressure 2.87, so that's pretty good. Noise less than or equal to 27 decibels. 4-pin PWM, and we've got a fluid dynamic bearing, and we've got 5-volt adjustable RGB. So let's get it unboxed. Let's have a look at what it actually looks like, and then we'll go from there. Oh my god, wow. Try and show you this on camera. It's really, really sort of well displayed as well in the packaging. So the box opens up and sort of folds out. Let's quickly get some things undone. So we've got the manual down, how to install it. We've got an accessories box, which is going to have all the stuff you need in there. We've got a USB header to USB-C, which is going to be obviously to the screen. Then we've got all your fixings and fastenings and stuff in there, and you do get some thermal paste as well, which is good. Pop those back in there for now, and then let's have a quick look at the actual thing itself. So as you can see, as I mentioned before, it is a complete 360mm sort of module, fan module. So it's not separate fans, it's all in one, which I really, really like. It's got 12 screws in it. Why they need to put all 12 in, I don't know, but hello. Hey, never mind, eh? But yeah, got all 12 screws in, fastened down as it is, comes pre-installed as well, so you hopefully don't really need to change that. I might need to change it over, I don't know, depending on how obviously you install it to your system. So yeah, and then we've obviously just got the one set of cables coming out the end, so one for ARGB and one for PWM. It does have pass through for both ARGB and PWM as well, so clears up your cable clutter quite a lot there. And then look at this absolute beast. This is the screen. Hopefully you can see it on okay on there. It's massive, massive screen. Looks absolutely incredible. It does stand pretty tall. It's pretty big. So obviously it's not going to be for ITX cases. Maybe fit in some ITX cases, but it is a big boy. And like you can see, it is curved as well. So the screen starts over here and finishes around here. It looks absolutely awesome. And that just comes off as one piece there, so you can take it off to install it and then just pop that straight on, and it's magnetized on the bottom here, so that literally is magnets on there, which means you can also turn it around as well, so you can have it that way if you need to, I assume, or you can have it that way depending on how it best suits you. Obviously you could have the screen the other way around and everything like that. And then that, so the pump is attached to the radiator here. The pump's actually in the radiator. So your cable comes from the radiator, which again I really like. Clears up your cable clutter a lot. So you've not got stuff running straight from loads of cables running from this to bits and bobs all over your PC. So yeah, looks absolutely awesome. Really impressed with that. And then the copper cold plate on the bottom there, nice big cold plate, should do a very good job. Like I say, Thermalright in the past have been very good, especially for the price. They're always pretty much undercutting everyone in terms of their price of their AIOs and even air coolers, and they always perform as well from my testing. I've never had any issues with them whatsoever, to be honest. The fans themselves are ARGB, so you should see in the corners here there's these little highlights here which will have ARGB lights through, and it looks like we get some ARGB down the sides as well, so you'll see some ARGB down there as well, all the way around the edge, everywhere. And then as you can see, that's the radiator there, so you've obviously got fixings on the back as well if you want to put more fans on, or if you need to obviously move the fans from this side to the other side, you can do that, no problem. So I don't think there's much more to tell you in terms of this. Like I say, you just have the one cable coming from where the pump is, which obviously shouldn't be too hard to manage, as the other cable comes from the radiator itself because the pump's on there. But yeah, looks absolutely fantastic. So let's get this installed and let's see how it does. Right, so we've got it installed now. I just want to quickly show you over what it actually looks like. Bear in mind, this isn't the ideal setup for it. I've got a sort of wall mount PC that I've put together myself, so it's probably not the ideal situation. However, I think it looks absolutely stunning. So this is the radiator with the fans on it. As you can see, they're absolutely lovely. I've got RGB all the way down the sides. Look really nice. Looks really good. And now let's come over to the star of the show, which is this screen, this OLED screen, which looks absolutely fantastic. Looks absolutely stunning. Look at that. The colours just absolutely pop on it. And as you can see, you've got these sort of pre-made designs which show you what's going off for your CPU and stuff like that. We'll go through the software in just a second and show you what you can actually do. I'm just going to show you a few options on this now for you to have a look at. But that screen is absolutely epic. As you might be able to see, I'm not sure, with this setup, the screen literally sticks out the front of the case, but it's not going to be the same for all cases. It is quite tall. Obviously mine's sort of a unique situation, so it sticks out the front, so I won't be able to put the panels on, but it doesn't really matter. It looks absolutely fantastic. It's definitely the star of the show. So let me just quickly show you a few of the other functions it can do. Now it has these sort of 3D ones preloaded on the software as well, which you can see. Gives you sort of a 3D effect. Let me just sort of, hopefully you can get an idea of what it looks like on camera. As you can see, it looks absolutely epic. Gives it sort of an effect that it's coming out of the screen, even though it's not a 3D screen, but it looks absolutely fantastic. Let me just show you another one of these. We've got this one is like a dinosaur one. It's a bit longer, so we'll just quickly show you this as quick as I can. As you can see now, the dinosaurs popping out the screen. Looks absolutely awesome. I really, really like this. Hopefully they upload loads more of these that you can use, or maybe you can make some yourself. But I think it looks absolutely epic. The screen quality is amazing, and it still shows you the CPU sort of stuff at the bottom as well, which is good. So it shows you the current temperature, the speed it's running at, and the load. We're going to go through the software and see what sort of customizability we've got after this. So yeah, let's have a quick look at the software, and then we'll have a quick look at some more of the images. So here we've got the software. You can see this is basically the home page of the software, what it can do. So first of all, you're greeted with 5 different themes that you can change, and you can literally just click them and they go straight on. I'll just quickly pop it up to the top so you can see that that's changed over there. It's pretty quick in the changing with these ones. The 3D ones take a little bit longer to change over, but these ones change really, really quickly. And the colours are absolutely incredible. Again, let me just show you that. As you can see, it looks absolutely epic. So I just want to quickly show you that. Now let's have another quick look at the software itself. So yeah, once you've got this, you've got, I'm not sure what this bit is, if it's 3 seconds here, I'm not sure what that means. So you can basically, you've got this button here, which means you can select different ones, and then you can do the timing, and it will do basically whatever time you put in there, it will change based on your timing. It will change between all these 5, so you can set up different ones. And then literally we go over to online theme. This is obviously ones that are online that you can download and you can select, and it gives you the information like that. So hopefully you can see that. So now you can have your CPU, GPU, and the time and date as well. So you can see what everything's doing. So you can see CPU temperature, GPU usage, and the speed they're running at the time. And you've got absolutely tons of these on there. I'm not sure if these have been created by other people or whatnot, but they look absolutely awesome. So you can literally flick between them all, and you can have them however you want them. Really, really nice. You can change display angle down here, so you can obviously rotate it depending on how you've got the screen set up. Luckily mine was the way I wanted it straight away, so that's good. You can also export your settings and stuff like this, and then import them as well. Then we go to this, and we've got even more themes. As you can see, it's absolutely tons. So there's plenty to select from, and I think most of these are animated as well. Yeah, so you can see these are animated. So you've got sort of a galaxy one there, which looks really, really nice, and again has all the information on the side. It's all categorized as well, so if you want to get through to different stuff, you can do on there. And then lastly, we've got this setup screen here, which means you can change, you can move stuff about. So you can add stuff on. So I can add, let's just add CPU clock, and I'll add that on there. And then as you can see, it's gone straight over up here on the top there. Yeah, so you can see what your CPU speed's doing as well. So you can add and move stuff about on there. And you can do a layer mask, you can do a background, so you can load your own video or image on there, do whatever you want on there. You've got a media player which loads a video, so I assume that will just be a video just playing all the time. And then this one's sort of for your background. So you can have your background, and then you can have your stuff on top of it. Push flow, I'm not sure what that means. Push flow, what does that mean? As you can see, hopefully you can see that on the screen, you can move this box around and it will show what you've got on your screen. So you can have it basically as like a second monitor. Why you'd want to use it as a monitor, I don't know, but it just basically copies whatever's on your screen, which I really like. It's pretty cool. So you can do that as well. You can literally change everything. You can change all the colours of your texts and everything like that. Change the text style, the coordinates, so you can move them about to where you want them, and things like that. And you double click them to delete them. And that's pretty much it on the software. The software is really, really easy to use. I feel like they've upgraded this since the last time I used it. I used it on Frozen Vision or something like that, I think it was. I can't remember what it was called. But yeah, I used it on an older screen, an older screened AIO, and yeah, it was, as far as I remember, it wasn't as good, but as you can see, it looks absolutely epic. Let's go through a few more of these, and then we'll basically we'll get on to some testing. So we're just going to go through a few more of these now. I'm just going to play them, probably put some music on in the background, just go through a few so you can see what they do. Right, so let's get some testing done. As you can see, it's sort of idling around 36, 37 at the moment. Minimum it went down to was 35. Fans are running at full speed. So we're just going to do a 10-minute Cinebench multi-core test to see how it performs at full speed. And then we'll drop it down to half speed and we'll see how it fares then as well. 37, 35, something like that. It seems a tad high to me on a 360, but it's nothing too bad. Obviously the real testing is what happens when it gets into multi-core loaded tests. So let's just quickly refresh that and start this test, and then we'll see how we get on. Right, so we're almost coming to the end of the test now, so I just want to quickly talk through it. So at the moment we're currently running at 71, and the maximum it's actually got to is 72. It's just hit that now, and an average over is 70. Minimum is 36. On the package it was 83, a maximum of 83, and an average of 82. So doing a pretty decent job, to be fair. This is the 1700X, by the way, so it's 12 core 24 thread CPU, and obviously this is the worst case scenario in terms of CPU load. Cinebench at multi-core, it's absolutely caning the CPU. So obviously this is worst case scenario, so general day-to-day use it's not going to obviously get anywhere near this. Around about 20 degrees in here at the moment, so yeah, about 50 odd degrees over ambient. So doing a great job. There isn't much airflow in here as I'm in a garage at the moment, so that obviously is going to pay a little bit of effect to it as well. But as you can see, it's doing a really good job. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but it's running currently at 5.175 gigahertz on pretty much all the cores, so it is really loading it up, and it's doing a great job, to be fair. So what we're going to do now, drop it down to 50% of fan speed, and we'll see what it does. Right, so now the test is coming up to an end on the 50% fan speed. Let me just show you. As you can see here, we've got a current of 76, minimum 44, maximum of 76, so and an average of 73. So it's gone up by about 4 or 5 degrees since reducing this fan speed, and your package is 86 and an average of 84 and a maximum of 87. So it's still doing a fantastic job, to be honest with you, keeping the CPU in check even at 50%. So yeah, doing a great job. So obviously you can run it at lower fan speeds and obviously keep that noise down if you want to. So far so good. Let's go back up top and I'll talk about how I feel about this cooler. So the Thermalright Wonder Vision 360 UB ARGB in black, it does come in white as well. Absolutely amazing, as you can see. As you've seen from what I've shown you already, just to show you the box there. As you see from what I've shown you already, it looks absolutely fantastic. The screen is absolutely stunning. AMOLED screen, so the colours are absolutely incredible on it. It just looks amazing, and obviously the stuff you can change on it in terms of all the backgrounds and the sort of 3D effects you can do on it looks absolutely fantastic. I really like this. Now being Thermalright, it's much cheaper than its competition. There's one by a company called Trix, TRYX, that do one very similar. I think it's the only one. No, I think Asus do one as well, but I'm not sure on that one. But the Trix one, for example, is currently in the UK here is £320 for the 360 and like 300 for the 280, I believe. And this one is 185 currently here in the UK. So absolutely massive reduction in terms of the price you're going to pay for it. In terms of performance, I don't know because I don't have the Trix to test. But obviously, if you want to look at that, you can look at other videos online and see how it performs in compared to this, but I can't imagine it's going to be over £100 worth of better performance. So 185 here in the UK is absolutely fantastic price for this. 360 AIO with that amazing screen, 6.67 inch curved screen, and it's AMOLED as well. It looks absolutely amazing. Thermalright have done it again and hit the nail on the head. They've really smashed it out of the park this time, as they do with most of their products. So really impressed with this. So if you're in the market for something like this and you've seen the Trix one, you're like, oh, I really like that, but it's way too expensive, because it is very expensive, then you can save quite a few pounds here, or dollars, depending on where you're from. And you can go for the Thermalright. So I can definitely highly recommend this. Performance was decent as well, did a good job. Like I said, it's 7900X is the CPU I'm using, so it's 12 core 24 thread, and it's keeping it under check, and it's managing to hit its basically boost speeds that I've got it set up at the moment at just under 5.2 gigahertz, doing an absolutely fantastic job. Obviously Cinebench is the worst case scenario, so in your day-to-day use it's probably not going to get anywhere near that, but absolutely fantastic temperature results on it. Really impressed with it. Again, my setup's not ideal. You can just see it just behind me actually here. Where is it? You can see the fans glowing up, I believe, and it looks absolutely amazing. So yeah, absolutely thumbs up from me. If you're looking at something like this and you want this fancy screen on it, then go check this one out. Could be the one you want. And like I say, I can recommend it for sure. So again, thank you to Thermalright for sending this over for me. I do have another cooler that's coming soon. So I'll be doing a test on that. So if you like this video, guys, please don't forget to give it a like, give it a thumbs up if you liked it, give it a thumbs down if you didn't like it, leave me any comments in the comment section below. If you've got any questions, I'll try and get back to you as soon as I can, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.